Okay, thank you everyone again. We are about 26, 25, 27 here, and I really want to thank everyone for being here. Last week, I want to apologize officially that our speaker was not in last week for some emergency and he was unable to be here. And I really want to appreciate everybody who deemed it fit to come this week, despite the fact that our speaker was not in last week. My name is Waire, as I have been introduced, and I'll be speaking on a very, very important topic. And the topic is building confidence. That's the topic I am here to talk about. But before I go into my topic, just like Mr. Nelson said, in LBD Foundation, we do very, very key things. And one of the things we do is that we help to empower people with disability. And we do it in two ways. The first we do is we do leadership empowerment, which is we empower people with disability with leadership skills, which you are doing right now. So if you are here listening to me, it means that you are a leader or a potential leader. And it's a very, very good thing because leadership is one area that we need, especially in Africa. We need competent leaders, and anybody with a disability can be a leader. It doesn't matter. Anybody can be a leader, including someone with a disability. Nobody should tell you that I can't be a leader. And leadership is in different phases. Anywhere you are, anyway, in any position or in any place or in any country, you are leading someone, whether consciously or unconsciously. You can be a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, a cousin. You can be you can be in any position. That's leadership. So leadership doesn't mean you must be a governor, a president to be a leader. Leadership means that whatever position you are occupying, you are competent enough to deliver value, and you are confident and competent enough to bring in value, to bring something to the table. There is a normal common word we use in my country, Nigeria. What do you have? What's on the table? What do you have to bring to the table? They usually use it for married people. Maybe somebody wants to get married, but I don't think that's it for just for marriage. It's for anybody and everybody. What are you bringing to the table? And leadership is one of the valuable ways you can bring something to the table. If you build yourself, if you build your leadership skills, you are halfway to building any other entity in your life, including your goals, including your ambitions. That's why I believe that leadership is key in this time, and people with disability should harness leadership skills for themselves, not for other people, for themselves, because you are the prize, you are the value, you are the one that is being poured out to the society. So anybody who sees you will have a rethink by the time you start talking, by the time you start acting. Anybody who sees you will have a rethink that, wow, he or she is not what I think. And anyone who sees you will want to strike a meaningful conversation with you, not as a person with a disability mainly, but as a leader, as a human being, as someone with value. So just before I start my presentation, which I've already started, I want to encourage one person or two who is here right now, who think, you know what, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm not a leader. You are a leader. And being here today already makes you a leader. The only thing remaining is for you to start bringing out those potentials. And that's why we always do leadership conference every year. We do it 2 times in a year, just in case you are new here. We do it 2 times a year, and we bring in multiple speakers to speak to us based on our kind of abilities, to speak to us, to encourage us, to motivate us, to help us, to expose us to know who we are, the we in we, or the you in you, so that when you leave this meeting, after this meeting, when you leave here, you will not just see yourself as a leader, you will act like a leader in any position, in every phase of life, because you are a leader. And I end this note: anyone with a disability can be a leader, including you. Thank you so much. So I think I've started with building confidence already. And another thing we do in LBD is tech skills. After you have successfully built some level of leadership skills, for those who are interested in going into tech skills, may not be for everybody, it doesn't matter. But I believe leadership is for everyone. Anyone who is interested in going into the tech space, we pick up those who have qualified in our own eligibility standard. We have a standard for knowing those who we think have built themselves to a capacity for us to invest in. And we pick them up, we ask them, we'll interview them, we do many things for them, and we move them to another stage where they can choose tech skills that they want to do to build themselves up. And I think I will end it there. With LBD, we are committed to leadership skills and tech skills for people with disabilities in Africa. And I believe in this room there are different countries. We have Kenya, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, we have Cameroon, and I think on the group I recently saw Uganda. I'm not so sure, but I think I recently saw someone from Uganda. I don't know if he or she is here, but we are expanding to different places. And the aim is to build leaders with disabilities who will be competent, who will be valuable, who will bring something to the table, who can build themselves, and who know that they are not just it's not about having a disability. It's about believing that they can be leaders. And this is not a motivational speech. This is who you can be. Believe it. Over to my slide. I've spoken too much off my slide, and this is not part of my slide. So, Mr. Samuel, if you can help me with the slide, hopefully we'll do a good job today. So, over to my slide. The topic for today is building confidence. Building confidence. When I started in a very high tune, and some of you may be gazing at me like, who is this lady? Why is she this confident? What's happening? I didn't just start like that. I started because I wanted to show you an example of what confidence can be and who is confident. Firstly, I want to start by saying confidence is a person. Let's start from there. Confidence is a person. Mr. Samuel, I think you'll be taking the slide off and bringing me back so that your video, when you're editing, you can see more of my face. I don't know how you want to do it, but you'll be perfect. So the topic is building confidence. I want to start by saying confidence is a person. Confidence is a person. Say it to yourself, confidence is a person. Confidence is not a thing. Confidence is not just an action, it's a person. I may go into the definition of confidence later, but get it. Confidence is a person. It's a person. It's a person. You have to love that person. You have to fall in love with that person. Because if you want to build confidence, you must have confidence as your friend. You must be able to fall in love with confidence. You must be able to know that person. For instance, if you want to make a friend, for example, if you want to have a friend, one of the things you need to do is to have personal interaction with that person, to know his likes and dislikes. That's one of the things you need to do if you want to have a friend. Or probably let me take it in a way that goes with everybody. Has anybody here fallen in love before, or is in love, or standing in love, or hopping in love, or jumping in love? Any kind of love you know you can do or you have done before. If you have, like I had, or like I have, let me put it that way. If you have, you will discover that one of the things you will desire is to see the person more, to talk with the person, to know the person likes and dislikes. That's one of the things you would do. So, in building confidence, just like that, confidence is a person. You have to know this person. You cannot build confidence if you don't know confidence or confident. If you don't know the person called confidence, it's a person. You have to know this person. You have to like to be confident. You have to like to be around this person. You shouldn't want to build confidence and you prefer to be around depression. You prefer to be around the person called sadness. You prefer to be around the person called shyness, or you prefer to be around the person called um dullness or gloom nature. No, no, no. You are not falling in love. That's not how they fall in love. No. I don't know if I'm the only one on this table, but I don't think I'm the only one that have been. I think Mr. Samuel have been on this table. He's still on the table, if not on top of the table. So we can see, and for those who don't know Mr. Samuel, he's the one projecting the screen. So we can see that confidence is a person. You have to see confidence as a person. And if you need to build confidence, you have to know confidence. You have to get to relate more with this person called confident. It has to be a conscious thing that, okay, I need to be a confident person. I need to build confidence. I need to know confidence. And it's a journey as well, because in the journey of friendship, the first day may not be smooth, but as you keep interacting with that friend or that person, you get to know more of the person, and you get to like more things that are similar with you. So it's a journey. So when we're talking about this topic, it doesn't mean that you must be 100% the confident person, just in case you are not. It means that you are willing and ready to build that relationship with the person called confidence. Even if you are not, that's even the best ground. That's okay, even if you are not. It means that starting from today, you are willing and ready to take confidence as a friend and see confidence as a person you want to relate with. Thank you. To the slide. So what is confidence? What is
Waire
sorry,
Nikoro.
sorry. Can you go back to can you go back to the can you go back to the first slide? I thought I had a definition and I can't find my definition.
Waire Nikoro.
Okay, can you pause it first? Can you pause it? So let's watch this video and then we'll come back and talk about confidence. Is there a way you can increase this video or something? If there is no way, there's no problem. So you can play it now. Everybody, please play it 3 times. Thank you.
Waire Nikoro.
I'm proud of you.
Hola, Waire Nikoro.
I'm proud of you.
Hola, Yinka. Waire Nikoro.
I'm proud of you.
Waire Nikoro.
Okay, thank you so much. So you can take off this so that people can see my face more. Thank you. So thank you everyone. Just in case you didn't see it very well, or maybe you are not on the screen, or I believe the sign language, or maybe you're not on the screen, but you're hearing me, I will explain it for those who may have visual impairment and they couldn't see the screen. I'll do that. So um that video was a video of my graduation, my master's degree graduation. And why did I bring up that video? Because this topic entails that we don't just talk about building confidence, but we are an example of what confidence means. So it's very easy to come and give you a theory, a story of building confidence when we are not living that life. But I think the example of leadership we are here to build is not do as I say, but do as you see me do, and even more. Yes. So in that video, the illustration is my graduation ceremony of me walking up the stage to take my certificate. And I did not just go straight to take it. I walked up the stage a bit and I stood and I turned to the crowd of different people I don't know about. I have no idea who they are. And I truly, really didn't care to know who they were. All I wanted to know was who I was. I turned, and there was something remarkable I did. I raised up my hand, which is this amputated hand. For those who don't know me, I was born with a disability. I've lived all my life like this. So I raised up this hand as a symbol of, to me, it was a symbol of victory. Like, yes, I accomplished something again. That's me. That's what I did. I raised up this hand, and if you observed carefully, for those who watched the video 3 times, after raising up my amputated hand, there was an increase in the applause from the crowd. It showed that they understood the message of confidence and self belief. There was an increase, and then I walked through down the stage and I took my award. And if you observed carefully again, you will notice that I shook hand with the chancellor, the vice chancellor, or the chancellor of the university. One of them, either the vice chancellor or the chancellor. And how did I shake hands with her? I shook hands with her with my amputated hands, not with my left hand. I gave her the hand that I felt I wanted to give to her. And she received it. She received it. And then I took my award, I took a picture, and I moved with confidence. That to me is an example of confidence. And in this topic, building confidence, let me give you the definition. I've given us the illustration of the meaning of confidence. Now I have a definition. Just give me a minute. I have it here. So you don't need to. Okay, you want to turn on the slide. Okay, turn on the slide. Great. Turn on the slide and pause it then. So, what is confidence? What is confidence? Confidence is the belief in one's ability and the likelihood of success. It's that simple. Confidence is the belief in one's ability and the likelihood of success. Another thing I said about confidence is confidence empower people to act decisively and face challenges. So if you observe this definition, you discover that there is success inside, there is belief inside, there is also challenges inside this definition of confidence. Another thing I said is that confidence is internal and it's in your mindset. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. You can bring it down now. So I have stated it that confidence is the belief in one's ability and the likelihood of success. You have to believe in your abilities and that you are a success. You can have success, you can achieve success. That's confidence. And another thing that I stated there is that confidence is the ability for you to be decisive and face challenges. Ability for you to be decisive and face challenges. It means that even though you are confident, challenges will still come your way. And as people with disabilities, one of the normal things that we may face is the word called challenges. And because of that word challenges, it has a way of making us not feel confident in ourselves. Like, okay, because I have a lot of challenge, I don't deserve to be confident. I don't deserve it. But the definition of confidence is the ability for you to face challenge and believe that the outcome of that challenge will result in the word called success. 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 So you must understand that as you are facing that challenge, you must have the end point for you in your mind is success, not depression, not downwardness, not I'm going to fall or I'm going to, not anything negative, but you already have a plan, a predestined notion that the outcome of this challenge, whatever it is, be it amputation, be it paralysis, be it any form of disability, the outcome of it is success. And that's how I define confidence. Please give me a minute. Sorry about that. So, having said that, I also make sure that confidence empowers you to act decisively and face challenges, which I just said. Confidence empowers you to act decisively and face challenges. I've already said that challenges is not void of confidence. You having confidence doesn't mean that you will not meet face to face with challenges. I was speaking with our student, LBD leadership volunteering students who volunteered for who volunteered for mentorship. I was speaking with them and I was talking to them about becoming a problem solver. For those who are here, you remember what I told you about not being the problem, but being the problem solvers. Many times people see people with disability as the problem. And many times people with disabilities see themselves as the problem. But I had to change their mindset to don't be a problem. We have too many problems in the world. Don't add to it. Rather, start thinking of becoming a problem solver. And that's the spirit of confidence. Confidence empowers you to act decisively and face challenges. And challenges is everyone faces challenges every day in every sector of life, including us, people with disability. So challenges is normal to everybody. We may have different challenges. The rich has their challenge, the poor has their challenge, people with disability has their challenges, people with non-disability still has their own challenges as well. It may be enormous for we with disability, but it doesn't mean that they don't have challenges. Challenges is normal to mankind. As far as you were born into this world, you were born to come and face challenges. But the mindset is not just to face it, the mindset is to face it with the end result of success at the end. At the end, which is the goal. The next slide, please. So I also stated that confidence is internal, it's a mindset. You have to have confidence as a mindset. And just to yes, the next slide. Yes, confidence is a mindset. Mindset is a way of thinking. Note that it cannot become a culture until it becomes a mindset, and it also cannot, just to rephrase this part, it cannot become a mindset until it becomes a decision. So not culture, but mindset. It cannot become a culture until it becomes a mindset, and it cannot become a mindset until it becomes a decision. Now let's go back to, okay, there's something else on the slide. You have decided the mindset you want to keep, you want to have, and that will tell in your confidence level as a person with a disability. You have decided the mindset you want to have, and that will tell in your confidence level as a person with a disability. And the last thing here is the biggest battle in life is the one we fight in our head. Thank you. Yes. Mindsets. Mindset is a way of thinking. And I've said that confidence is a mindset. And now I'm saying that mindset is a way of thinking. And you have decided the mindset you want to have. Every thought that you think about and you absorb in your heart, be it consciously and unconsciously, is a thought you have decided to accept. I could remember speaking with the volunteer students, the volunteer mentorship student, and I told them something, and I'm still going to say it here. I said, be conscious, be intentional with your thoughts. Not all thoughts should be received. Those thoughts are not you. You have to decide the thoughts you want to keep and the ones you want to throw away. I had to emphasize that some months ago with our volunteer mentorship students with disabilities that I am mentoring. There are about 10 in numbers who applied. And I told them, be intentional with your thoughts. Don't allow every thought enter into your head because those thoughts are not you. They did not take your permission before they flew into your head. So you don't need their permission to take them out. Take them out. That's it. And here I am telling you that confidence is a mindset. And the mindset you have, some of you are 25, some of you are 30, some of you are 30. Whatever mindset you have decided on has brought you to where you are now. And it also determines your confidence level. It determines your confidence level. I made mention of the fact that a mindset determines culture. It means that when people see people with disability, some people have a mindset about us. It's because almost every one of us are acting in a certain way. So it has become a culture. For those who studied social science in school, you discover that they say culture is a way of life of a people, which is a group of people. For instance, taking Africa or taking Ghana, you discover that Ghanaians have a particular culture, maybe some set of food they eat, some set of drinks they take in, some set of language, some language they speak. That's a way of life of a people. When we study the culture of people with disability, what do you think our culture is? If you are really sincere with yourself. And this culture starts with a mindset of how you see yourself, how I see myself. And the mindset grows into becoming a decision. And that decision goes round to becoming a culture. Now, can you take me back to the slide again? I want to explain something. Thank you. Take me back to the slide. Sorry. So, stating again, the mindset is the way of thinking. Just run through your thoughts, the thought you have been thinking about since over the thoughts you have thought about this week. Can you run through those thoughts? Whatever thoughts, just be conscious. Whatever thought you thought about throughout this week, Monday, Tuesday, today is Saturday, Monday to Friday to Saturday. Can you pick those thoughts that you thought about, those thoughts you were thinking about? Pick them one after the other. How will you view your thoughts if somebody else was in your mind? How do you think the person will view your thoughts? Were they thought of positivity? Were they thought of confidence? Or were they thought of something else? Like, I cannot do it, I cannot make it, I'm a failure, I'm a doom, I can't do it. This week was bad, this week was terrible. There's something that I intentionally did with my team members. You can call them staff members, but I call them team members. Anytime I call them, I ask them, how are you doing? And if they tell me I am fine, I will have to repeat, what did you say? Reason because I it's not just about how we feel, it's about what we say about our feelings. So I always want them to say things like, I am beautiful, I am great, I am wonderful, I am lovely. So when I call them, I ask them, how are you doing? And they tell me I am fine. I'll say, no, you can't be fine where I am. How are you doing? And they'll say, oh, I'm wonderful. Oh, I'm beautiful. And by the time you say those words, for me, by the time I say those words, like I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I start feeling beautiful. Even if things are not, it doesn't mean things are always working beautiful, but I start having the feeling of feeling beautiful. And that's confidence level of you building it. I earlier said in the previous slide that confidence is internal. It starts with a mindset. It's internal. If your confidence level is so low, your output level will be low in everything you do that day. It will be low. If your confidence level is high, your output level will be high. Even though you face the challenges that you will still face anyway, but your output level, your positivity level will be very, very high. So that's a practical thing I do with my staff. And I ask them when I call them for a meeting or something, why I want to ask a question. The first thing I do is to care for them. I ask them, how are you doing? And they tell me, I'm fine. I'll say, no, you can't be fine. How are you doing? And they tell me, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful. And after that, you can tell me the challenge. After that, you can tell me, oh, this is the challenge, no problem. But you must speak confidently. You must speak positivity first. We must not put the problem on our head. We must keep the problem separate from our feelings so that we can differentiate what is the problem is differentiated from what we are feeling. Because if we feel ugly, we will bring out ugliness. Yes or no? Yes. If we feel ugly, we'll bring out ugliness. But if we don't feel ugly, even though the environment is ugly, we can change the environment. So that was why I said in the previous slide, Mr. Samuel, go back to the previous slide. I'm sorry, I'm taking you up and down. And you can pause it. That was why I said in the previous slide that confidence, thank you. That was why I said in the previous slide that confidence is internal and It's in your mind. It's internal and it's in your mind. It's a mindset. It's your mindset. It starts from your mindset. It's internal. It empowers you to act decisively and face that challenge. There's a difference when you are facing a challenge with confidence and when you're facing the challenge with a defeated mindset. They are two different things. We face challenges every day as people with disability. So why not decide to face it with confidence? Just decide, because you will still face the challenge. You will still face the challenge with your disability, with your paralysis, with your amputation, with your visual impairment, with your hearing. You will still face that challenge. But the question is, how do you want to face the challenge? Why not face it with confidence? That's the question. So go take me back to my slide. I'm supposed to come on set, but it seems no, the second slide. I'm still on the second slide, and I need to check the time. Oh my God, I have gone way above time. Sorry, Mister Moderator. And just to note that mindset is a culture. As I earlier said, it becomes when it's a culture, it becomes okay, it cannot be a culture until it has become a mindset. And it cannot be a mindset until it has become a decision. Whatever mindset you have, yeah, you can take me off the slide now. Whatever mindset you have is the decision you have made in your mind to be the person you have decided to be. Your mindset is the person you have decided to be. Whatever mindset you have is the mindset you have accepted that this is you. It's not the mindset the society gave to you particularly. It's the one you chose for yourself. It may be by influence, it may be by any form, but you decided that, you know what, this mindset, I want to keep it. I want to keep this mindset of success. I want to keep this mindset of potentials. I want to keep this mindset of positivity. I want to keep this mindset of breakthrough. I want to keep this mindset of facing this challenge and overcoming it. And it's not easy to keep positive mindset. It's very, very easy to keep negative mindsets. In fact, you don't even need the mindset doesn't even need your decision. They just fly into your head. That was why I said think through your mind. What have you thought about all through this week? If what you have been thinking all through this week, if 90% of what you thought about all through this week made you feel down, depressed, made you feel bad, made you feel terrible, it means that there is a need for you to be more intentional with your mindset and start changing it, because you cannot change your confidence level when your mind is saying a different thing. Your mind cannot say a different thing and your body is saying a different thing. Your body most times goes with what your mind is saying. Your mouth most time goes with what your mind has processed. So if you have thought through what you were thinking for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you have analyzed it and you are sincere in your heart that, you know what, most of the things I did, or I most of the thoughts that came through my mind that I accepted were thoughts that made me feel bad, thought that made me feel angry, thought that made me feel depressed. It means that there is a need for you to analyze your thoughts every day, every minute, intentionally, so that you can start changing your mind, because your mindset will produce a culture in your life. So your mindset is very important. You need to start taking it very, very intentionally. It will produce a culture in your life, and that culture will determine how you spend the remaining rest of your life, in your 50s, in your 60s. Your 50s and 60s were the mindset you had in your 30s that was produced in your 50s and 60s. So if you want to live a very, very good life, start paying attention to your thoughts. And I earlier said that the greatest battles you fight is the battle of your mind. Let me give you an example. So just recently, something happened. I went to my sister went out, and she left her kids with me some time ago, a while ago, or let's just say my sister went out and she left her kids with me. Let's leave the timeline. And the next day, I was leaving the house. My sister wasn't back. I was leaving the house. I remember telling her 9 years old child to come lock the door. And I was in a hurry to leave the house because it was in the morning. But this child was kind of reluctant to come lock the door in the morning. So I was trying to beat traffic, to beat many things along the way. So I had to leave without the door being locked. About an hour later, my sister called me and said, "Who locked the door?" And I said, "Well, I told your daughter to lock the door because I was leaving the house in the morning and you were not back." And my sister said, "I've been ringing the bell. Nobody's answering. And it was more than 30 minutes. I've been ringing the bell. Nobody's answering." Then I became agitated, like, why? Nobody was answering. And it got to about almost an hour. My sister called again. "I have been ringing this bell this morning. My two children, none of them are answering." At that point, I became so scared. Do you know what happened at that point? So many thoughts are flying in my head. Like, what if somebody came and took the children? What if somebody saw me leaving the house and kidnapped the children? No, many fearful thoughts are entering my head. I don't know if that happened to you before, but the way thoughts of fears start entering my head. What if the children turned on the gas and the gas exploded and everybody died in the house and something happened? That's how thoughts can come into your head. And I don't think I'm the only one that have thought of fears, even when you don't plan for it. These thoughts, they don't ask for permission. They just run into your head because of situations, because of challenges. They just run into your head. And at the thought started coming, though I was at work, but I was not composed. I was becoming quite agitated. Like, okay, oh, because of me, my sister is going to lose her children. What if the children turned on the heater and the heater, because I knew the heater was not working very well the previous day. I was trying to repair it, but I couldn't repair it. What if they turned on the heater and the heater exploded? What if something happened? What, because they had not, my sister was ringing the bell, nobody was responding, and it was unusual for these two children, none of them to respond. It means something went wrong. So because of that, I was so scared. But at a point, I had to tell myself, you know what? Calm down. Wiry, calm down. Even if the worst has happened, calm down. And I think somebody needs to tell themselves that, calm down. Even if the worst has happened, the worst will happen. Calm down. Because by being agitated, nothing, you can't face challenges like that. Nothing good will happen like that. So I had to say, why we calm down? Even if the worst has happened, calm down. And I had to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out for a few minutes. I did some other few things, to bring myself back for my mind, for me to control my mind at that point. And after about 10 minutes of breathing in, breathing out, and calming myself to be in control of my environment, to be in control of my mind, I called my sister again. I didn't even call her. I just texted her, how far? What's happening? And she said, oh, my daughter have opened the door. That was almost after an hour. My daughter have opened the door. They were sleeping. So you could imagine the unnecessary thought I had, thinking they might have died or somebody had kidnapped them. And I was feeling bad for not staying to supervise them locking the door before leaving. Just imagine how those mindset, those thoughts gain control over me. And I wasted that minute in vain, in vain. And I think as people with disability, many times we entertain thoughts, especially when the event seems tough, and we waste those minutes because at the end of it all, it may not be as bad as the event played up. That's why I said it starts with the mind. So I've spent too much time talking about this. Like, can we go to the next slide? There are other things we need to discuss. Thank you. So the biggest battle, as I said, is in the mind. You need to be careful. You need to start being intentional with your thoughts. Three confidence tests that we should always do if you want to be a person of confidence. Number one, dare. Yes, dare. Number two, act. Act. Number three, experiment. Thank you. So what if you fail? At least you tried. Dare, art, experiment. three confident tests. If you want to build your confident level, you must have these three as your checklist. You must have them as your sticker list every time. You have to dare, you have to act, you have to experiment. So let's talk about it now. Daring. Dare. Dare. That word there may just be four-letter words, but it's something that many times we don't do. We don't do. The thing is this, nobody's going to give you a platform, especially as a person with a disability. You have to create your own platform for yourself. Nobody is going to tell you take this job. Nobody is going to tell you do this. In fact, there is no space anymore for anybody to, you know, many times there is no space for people to exhibit themselves. You have to create your own space. What we are doing right now is a platform of somebody who believe that, you know what, I want to encourage people with disability, and there is no other way to do that. And at the age of 26, this young lady started this organization at the age of 26 because she dared to believe that she can do something. And since that time till now, this organization is still moving. Can I inform someone that if you have something you want to do, you don't need permission of anybody to do it. You have to dare and do it. You have to do it. You don't need permission of your father, of your mother. As beautiful as they are, I respect people. But if you have something in your mind that you want to do, dare and do it. At any age, do it, because you may not know, because people are not going to give you that platform. You may not have the platform to do it. So you create your own platform and do what you want to do. If you have a disability, maybe you have paralysis or anything you have a disability, and maybe you have paralysis and you say, you know what, I would have loved to go on YouTube and I would have loved to dance on my wheelchair. Nothing is stopping you. There, do it. You will discover after a while that you will start having a lot of viewers will be viewing you. And from there, YouTube can be paying you. And that's a way of making money. So why don't you dare? You don't need permission of anybody. I say it again, you don't need permission of anybody to do what you have in your heart to do. Many times we don't dare to do things because we feel what will people say. And what will people say will not put food on our table. What will people say will only keep us indoors. So dare to do it. That's the first thing. And after daring, daring goes with confidence. After daring, you have to act. Don't say, I'm coming, I will do it next month, I will do it next year. Why don't you do it now? Why don't you do it now? At a point in my life, I knew I needed to get a platform where I could exhibit and advocate for people with disabilities because of the trauma and the challenges that we go through even as graduates with disabilities. And I said, how can I do this? How can I do this? And I knew that I need to start now. And how did I start? I started by going on Facebook, creating a page and just writing, advocating for people with disability. And I started typing. You could start now and act now. And you can act in any small way that you are thinking. Just start something. I never believed that I would come to a point where Ghanaians, Nigerians, Cameroonians, and any all countries or most countries will come and listen or come and sit under a platform. All I was doing was to act as a one person by posting 3 to 4 times every week, advocating for people with disability. And now this is where we are because somebody, a young lady of 26 years old, dared to start something. Can I tell you, or can I inform you, that thing in your heart, that seed in your heart, don't throw it away. Dare to start and act now. It doesn't matter how you start, but you have to start anyhow. The next thing is experiment. You may try something, in a confident way, and it may not work out as you thought it would work out. Who cares? So what if it doesn't work out? At least you tried. It's better than not trying at all. At least you tried. At least you tried. And one thing about trying is the fact that you will be able to know where you made a mistake. You'll be able to learn from that mistake. You'll be able to work on yourself and try again. The most successful people in life are not those that tried once, but those that kept trying and improving as they try. Just recently, I was trying to check on Apple. Many of you know Apple, Apple Watch, Apple phones. I think they have phones, or Apple, they have different form of Apple devices. And I was trying to experiment on Apple, and I discovered that Apple was founded a long time ago, more than 20 years to 30 years ago. They were founded, but they did not make a name until about 10 years ago. So it means that they kept improving on themselves until 10 years ago. People started noticing a company called Apple. So many successful people have been on the business of trying until one day, boom, a big break comes. It takes confidence to be successful. It takes confidence to be successful. Thank you. The next slide. The next slide. Confidence in business. In entrepreneurship, you never fail. It's either we succeed or we learn. How I built my confidence. Okay, let's go back to the main picture. In entrepreneurship, you never fail. Can you project me now? In entrepreneurship, for those who are entrepreneurs, maybe you are not in the tech space, you are making your own money, or you are trying to start something for yourself. Every successful businessman knows this. That's why I said confidence down of the mindset. They know that in entrepreneurship, you never fail. You either succeed or you learn. Failure is not a mindset they have. If it didn't go well with them, they just say, you know what, I want to learn from this. And they keep moving and learning and improving. The question I have, which to ask you now, is how do you deal with failure? Do you see failure as a destination? Do you see failure as a platform to learn? Do you see failure as a personality that, I was here, I was speaking to someone sometime, and the person started saying things like, you know what, I'm always failing. I know bad things always happen to me. Every time I try to do something, bad things always happen to me. And I was listening to this person for about 2, 3 minutes. And the only thing this person was saying is, you know what? I tried to get a car, I got there, and somebody else bought the car before me. Every time I get to a place, bad things always happen to me. I'm always failing. I always fail. I was hearing the word fail, fail, fail. Like I heard that word almost 5 times from that person within 2 minutes. That is a person with low confidence level. That's a person that may not succeed easily because his mindset has been programmed with events that have happened to him. And he has viewed those events as his lifestyle, his journey, his personality. And I was viewing this person. So, personally, this person doesn't have a disability. This person has 2 hands and 2 legs, has eyes, has nose, has everything. Me that have 1 hand, I cannot talk like that because my mindset has been programmed to believe success, to face the problem, to believe that the outcome will be success. And even if the outcome doesn't turn out to be success, I learn from it and I keep moving. That's my belief. We don't fail, we learn. And when we learn, we believe we can do better. We keep going, we try it another way. We may even leave that particular technique and do something different with a mindset that the next thing I'm doing, I will succeed. My past will not contribute to my present and my future. We don't fail, we succeed. That's confidence. Thank you. So, the next thing I want to say on the slide is Mr. Samuel. Thank you. How I build confidence in my abilities. Let's go back. How I build confidence in my abilities. Now, I want to use myself as an example. I'm out of time. I'm sorry. I focus more on the things I can do, and I pay less attention on the things I cannot do. Let me talk on this. As people with disability, we cannot do everything, and we must face the fact that everything may not be done. We can't do everything perfectly. But we know that we can do some things and we can do some things right. How you build your confidence level, focus on the things you can do and manage your weakness on the things you cannot do. I have been saying this in every leadership conference I have with people with disability. How I build my confidence level. I focus on the things I can do. And the things I cannot do, I don't pay too much attention on those things. But many times, as people with disability, we pay more attention on the things we cannot do, and we pay less attention on the things we can do. That was why I gave an example of someone with paralysis, and you feel you want to dance, though you don't have legs and you are on wheelchair. You focus on the things you can do. If you love to dance, dance. Go on YouTube, go on Instagram, be dancing every day. You will discover that people will be looking at you. Before you know, you will have 1,000 views. Before you know, one day YouTube will call you and say, I want to be paying you in dollar, because you feel you want to dance. You shouldn't allow your disability limit you from what you can do. Don't pay too much attention on the things you cannot do. Focus on the things you can do. Why you pay less attention or manage your weaknesses on the things you cannot do. By so doing, people will not even know the things you cannot do, because you have elevated yourself, or rather, because you have dominated your environment with the things you can do. And in the last conference, I mentioned there are a few things I know I can do very well. One of them is talking. I can talk, I can speak, I can coach, I can mentor. I build my skills in those areas. And what I'm doing right now is also building up my skills in those areas. So please, individually think, what can I do? So the question is, what can you do? I'm expecting you now to have a pen and a paper. Write down 10 things you can do. If you can cook, if you can eat, it doesn't matter. There are people that they get paid for eating. They just eat anything. They get paid for it. Just focus on what you can do. Write down 10 things you can do without without being motivated. And from there, start looking at those 10 things. What can you build on from those 10 things? And leave those things you cannot do. Because by the time you start building on those things you can do, then you start building on your confident level, because you are building on things you can do. Before you know it, you will be more confident about yourself. Focus on the things you can do. Thank you. Another thing I want to say, okay, somebody is looking for the interpreter. Wow.
The interpreter is there. Is there.
Okay, so please mute yourself. Let's continue. We're about rounding up. Sorry, I've taken about more than 50 minutes. So another thing, no, go back to the finance, the previous year. We're about rounding up. So another thing is advantages of having confidence. Somebody will say, why should I even be a confident person? I don't need it. I don't go out every day. I like myself like this. I don't want to be a confident person. That's not true. Everyone needs to be a confident person. Advantages of having confidence, of having self-confidence. Number one is confidence brings success. I said that already. About 50% of success in life is self-esteem. Now let's talk about this. Confidence brings success. About 50% of confidence in life, self-esteem. Confidence makes you a leader. For example, the lion is the king of the jungle. Can you bring down, can you project me now? Thank you. So confidence brings success. Why should I be a confident person? Confidence brings success. And I said that about 50% of, you know, success in life is in your self-esteem, is derived from your self-esteem. About 50% of success in life is derived from who you see yourself as, how you see yourself to be. Success will not come without self-confidence. Don't think success will come without self-confidence. Success will not come without self-confidence. That's why if 50% of success in life relies on you believing in yourself, it means that the remaining 50% may be determination, diligence, and other things. So if you have 50% of success, which is confidence, I believe the remaining part of the journey, you can be able to add some of these ingredients or things I just mentioned to it and become the success you want to be. As I said, confidence brings success. That's why it's key that every person with a disability in this platform build their confident level in any area and at every time in their life. Well, the truth is that you may not always feel confident at all times. When the places are crowded, you may have a good reason not to feel confident. But one thing you should know is that confidence is a necessity for you to gain success in your life every day. You must fight the battle of confidence every day. And even if you fail, there are days where I'm not this confident, like I'm shouting now. And even if you fail, you must be determined that the next day you will still fight that battle with the aim of winning in self confidence. Because that's where success lies. Success lies in you being confident about yourself, about your skills, about your abilities, and confident to face the challenges of life every day. That's where success lies. So even if you fail today, that, oh, I tried to be confident yesterday, I failed, don't stop trying. Try tomorrow. Try tomorrow. The greatest failures in life are those who failed to try. So you must try every day. And if you are determined to try every day, believe me, one day, just a matter of time, you start building your confidence level and it will be increasing. The lion is the king of the jungle, not because he's the greatest animal. The lion is the king of the jungle because he's the most confident animal in the jungle. Even a female lion is more confident than a male elephant. When a female lion is there, one female lion is more confident than a male elephant. Every other animal runs away. So why don't you want to have confidence? Why don't you think confidence is important? Confidence is important. When you stand as a person with confidence, when you talk with confidence, people start seeing you more as a person of value, even if you don't have anything in your pockets. I speak with so many people every day. And when I start talking and I start speaking with confidence, they start wanting to ask more about me. Who are you? Can I know more about you? Before they meet me, they may have a presumption that, you know what, I don't want to know much about this lady. But by the time I start talking with confidence and even asking questions with confidence, because we may not know everything every day, but when you ask questions with confidence, people will know that you want to learn and they will be willing to teach you. When you ask questions with confidence, I ask questions. I don't know everything. I ask, how can I do this? How can I do that? How can I go here? And I ask with confidence, and they will tell me this, and that. And even those that don't tell me, it doesn't mean I will stop there. I will ask another person until I get answers. So start acting with confidence, and you discover that you will be growing in your success level, and you become a leader among people. Even those with non-disability will gather around you. They will want to know the secrets. But the true secret starts with your confidence. Not about your intelligence alone, but with your confident level. Be confident when you are on your wheelchair, when you are not able to speak, when you have hearing impairment. It doesn't matter. Be confident. Even though you have visual impairment, when you're talking, at least you can talk. Be confident. Doesn't matter. That's the first thing. Confidence is so beautiful. I don't know how to say it. Confidence is so beautiful that that's the first beauty people see in you. That when you start acting with confidence, they will forget you have a disability. It's so beautiful. It's so magnetic. It's so magnetic. So beautiful. So you should be confident. I've talked a lot right now. I'm so sorry. It's already 1:30 my time, almost 1:30. So let me just end it here. What's the next slide, please? The next slide. Let's just finish the slide because we're already out of time. Sorry. The next slide. The final words. Yes, we can leave this on the slide. The final words I have here is too many people who don't believe in themselves. Too many people. Okay, sorry. The final words is there are too many people who don't believe in themselves and they want others to believe in them. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I speak with a lot of people with disability. They don't even believe in themselves. But they want people without disability to believe in them. They want their family members to believe in them. It's not going to work. I speak with even people with non-disability. There are so many people out there who don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they are a success. They don't believe they can make it. They don't believe in anything. But they want me to believe in them. It's not going to work. It can't work. It's not going to work. So you have to start building confidence day by day in yourself. Before people see that beauty, you must see it first in yourself. It's not going to work if you don't believe in yourself. Now I'm done with my slide. Bring it down. I have some things I want to share that is outside the slide. Okay, thank you. It's not going to work. And what I have to say is this: there are two things in order to build confidence. The first is self awareness. You have to have an awareness of yourself. What can I do? What can I not do? Have self awareness. That self awareness is key. Self awareness is key. The second thing is forgive yourself. I forgive myself daily if I need to. Because you know why? We are not perfect people. So if you don't cultivate the attitude or the habit of forgiving yourself, you will not feel confident about yourself. You have to forgive yourself when need be. If you make an error or if you did something wrong, forgive yourself. That's the only way for you to move forward, by forgiving yourself of your past, forgiving the error. Maybe you spilled milk on the floor. Forgive yourself. Maybe you don't have the right accent. Forgive yourself for not doing it the right way. As I said, I forgive myself every time. There was a day I was trying to do an application online and I made a mistake on a client document, a very huge mistake. I felt bad about it. But immediately I had to forgive myself that, you know what, this was a mistake. I feel bad about it. It's fine. Move on, Waire. Move on. If you forgive yourself daily or as much as you make errors, you discover that by the next day, or you discover that in the future, you'll be more confident that you can become better. But when you don't forgive yourself, when your past becomes your present, you will never have confidence. So, can someone start developing an attitude of forgiving yourself when need be? When you make a mistake, when you fail that course, forgive yourself and move on. If you need to try again, try again. That's what can build your confidence level. Forgive yourself. The second thing I said is self awareness. Be aware of who you are, be aware of your skills. Sit yourself down. What can I do? Write it on a piece of paper. Look at it every day. Be aware of your strengths and be aware of your weaknesses. The third thing I want to say on building confidence is, which I do personally, is be mindful of the people around you, of your environment, and of your thoughts. For me personally, I don't have depressed friends. I don't have dull friends. You can't be my friend if you're a sad person. I'm sorry. But I'm very careful about my environment. I'm careful about my heart. I'm careful about my confidence level. All my friends. It doesn't mean that we don't have challenges, but don't spill it on our face like, oh my God, every day the only thing we hear you say is, oh my God, I feel bad today. I feel down today. I'm a failure. There is nothing positive about you. There is nothing positive. The only thing you say about yourself or your country is, oh, my country is a failure. Everyone is a failure. Nothing good can happen. This. Something bad. I'm careful with those people. I draw very far from them because negativity is contagious. It's very contagious. And also positivity is also contagious. So if I want to have high confidence level, I must be around a circle of people who feel confident. Even in the midst of them not getting it right, they believe that things will be better. Things can be better. The future can be better. And when I speak with successful people as well, one of the things successful people I observe about successful people, especially the wealthy people, they like happy people around them. Happy. It doesn't matter whether you have a disability or not. I have some successful people around me. One thing they like is, are you a confident person and are you a happy person? They love happy people. They love people who are who feel lively, who don't bring out their situation and put it on the forefront of the newspaper. I have a disability. They love it. Doesn't mean that you must shout like me, but can your countenance be bright? When you speak, can you speak positive things? Can you be happy? Can you have goals for yourself? The goals can be, you want to sell something, you want to raise money to sell something. The goals can be anything. You want to go back to school, anything. It's a goal. So when I speak with successful people, one of the things I observe about them, if they want to, if one of the things I observe about them, that they love happy environment. It keeps their mind positive. They love confident people. So if you want to start having wealthy or successful friends, you have to start changing your countenance. They love happy people. I am not even as successful as they are. If I may not even have money like they do. But one thing I think that they want when I speak with them or when I interact with them is that they want a lively environment, an environment of hope, of joy, of confidence. When I'm talking, I know what I'm saying. Even if I don't know what I'm saying, I'm still saying it with confidence, and I'm asking questions to get to get a better perspective. They just love that environment. And if you know that you are a kind of person that don't have that environment, it means that you need to build your confidence level, because you may not have um people who will be around you for a very, very long time. And one of the ways for you to know who you are is, you have family member, ask them, who do you think I am? Am I a happy person? Am I a dull person? Am I a depressed person? Then start working on your confidence level. Lastly, on building confidence, it's not a one-day thing. One of the ways I try to build confidence is to rehearse my day. For example, in that video that we just watched, everything I did there, almost everything I did there, I rehearsed them. I rehearsed it. I rehearsed raising up my hands. I rehearsed shaking the chancellor with my amputated hand. It was rehearsed in my mind within 3 to 5 minutes. If you are starting with rehearsal, which is meditation, it may not be easy for you, but try to rehearse your day. Like this day, you know that today you are going to talk to people with disability, or you know that you are going out. Just imagine how many people will see you on your wheelchair, maybe 50 people, and have a decision. That's why I said you have to decide, act decisively. Have a decision that as many people who see me on my wheelchair, I will have a composure. My composure will be smiling, talking to people who I want to talk to, those people who maybe I want to ask questions, smiling, asking questions, talking to one or two people, not staying on my own and looking as though nobody, even though nobody wants to talk to me, going to meet one or two people to talk to them. Rehearse your day, because the day will still come. If you are going out, rehearse how you will sit, how you will stand, how you will listen, how you will talk, the clothes you will wear. Rehearse it. It will help you to build confidence from a low stage to a high stage. And it doesn't mean that everything you rehearse on that day will come to pass. It only means that you have planned your mindset to meet your expectation. It's always in the mind. Plan your mindset. So even though things that you did not plan comes up, because you have a rough plan for yourself, you can be able to edit those areas that were not planned for. So as I said, that stage work I did, I rehearsed it a night before that day, and I didn't even know I was going to shake the chancellor until we were informed that everybody can shake the chancellor. And so I realized it that I don't want to use my left hand. Nobody uses left hand to shake. I will use my right hand. And I thought about it, how I was going to use my right hand. Within 2, 3 minutes, I rehearsed it and I did it beautifully well. That everybody was clapping for my rehearsal. So please, if you want to build confidence, you can start with rehearsing your day. How many people am I going to meet today? How are they going to look at me? You already know how they are going to look at you. How will I look at them? Plan how you will look at them, how you will smile, how you will ask questions, even when nobody is asking you questions, how you respond. If they ask you, why do you have amputated hand? You smile and say, well, it just happened. And keep the conversation going. Before you know it, you will be more confident than Jennifer. Thank you so much. And I truly appreciate the host, the speaker, and everybody. Apologies, I took time. I will not take time again. Please invite me next time. I will not take time again. And I wish you good luck in your confident level as you build your self confidence every day. Thank you.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Can we please just tell Madam Wari thank you with our emoji? You can show it on the chat box. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, ma, for the wonderful presentation. It was inspiring. So I should write down 10 things I can do without being paid for and enjoy doing them. That's beautiful. Do we have anybody that have questions, please? If there's questions, kindly indicate. Kindly indicate. By raising up your hand. I'm not seeing any hand though. If you have a question, please raise up your hand, indicate. Okay. If there's no question, it shows that it was a beautiful presentation. But personally, I have a question, man. Most of us inspire somebody like me, right? I inspire to become a public speaker. I like talking to young people actually, and I like using the skill I've developed to see how I can actually build and improve the life of people beneath me. So, but one of the major things that hinder me from appearing on stage is this thing called confidence. Is there a time I know you very well, man? I know you can talk well.
I cannot hear you. Is it me or am I the one? I can't hear you. Hello. Am I the one? Or I don't think so. I think it's this network, right? Hello. Because I can't hear him anymore.
Did you get my question? Sorry,
No,
network took me
I
out.
could not hear you. I couldn't hear you.
All right,
What
I
did
was
you
asking, has there ever been a time where you want to talk to a some group of persons, you want to find a platform or a podium that you were frightened? I personally, I encounter that every time. I don't really know how to overcome it, so I shy away from some opportunities of this sort of thing. So
the
how do
question
we handle such?
how do we handle what? I didn't get the question. What did you say?
How do we handle fear in trying to talk
Oh,
to people?
fear.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you for that question. It's a beautiful question. If you can spotlight me, it's beautiful. My battery is about going down, so this may be the last question I will ask. I will answer. If you can just spotlight me. Okay. So how do we handle fear in trying to be confident? Can you sorry, 1 minute. How do we handle fear in trying to be confident? Wait, sorry. Trying to Mr. Nelson, can you unpin yourself? Thank you. My battery is about going down like very soon, so I have just 11% of my battery. Can you unpin yourself so that I'll be the only one on the screen? Okay, thank you. So, how do you handle fear in trying to be confident? Number one, the thing is this. How I handle fear is this. I imagine there is nobody in the room. I'm the only one. Though I'm looking at them, but in my mind, it starts from the mind. In my mind, I'm not seeing anyone. I'm only seeing myself. I'm talking. Just imagine you are talking to yourself, probably in your room or anywhere and you are the only one in the room. Imagine it. So even though there is a crowd of people looking at me, in my mind, I am the only person on this stage. I'm not seeing anybody. Though my eyes may be seeing you, but my mind is not seeing you. So one of the ways I do it is that when I number one, I rehearse how the day will be. I rehearse how I want to act, how I want to walk the stage. It may not be perfect, it may not always go as planned, but I do my rehearsal. The second thing is that I imagine that there is nobody in the audience. There is no stage fright. There is nobody. I am just the only person there. So I have worked a lot on my mind, and I go and talk like I am talking with confidence to myself and nobody's listening. And even those people are listening. That's how I start, actually. That's how I do it, actually. And even if I fail, the last part I want to say is that I will still be determined to do it again. Because continuous rehearsal brings you to a place of, should I use the word perfection? Continuous rehearsal. So be willing to face the fears, even if the fears turns out not too good. Even if be willing to face the fears, even if the fears may not end well. Be willing to keep trying to face the fear. It all starts by with facing that fear. If you don't face it, you will not know if it's a big fear or small fear, if it's something you can overcome or not. It all starts by you facing that fear. Be willing to face the fear. Be willing, number one, plan, rehearse on that presentation you want to do. Rehearse enough. And when you get there, imagine you are the only one talking. You are the only one talking to yourself on the stage. And by so doing, if you know you are the only one in that room or in your bathroom, you know how you sing off tune in your bathroom and do everything by yourself. So you'll be able to give that gesture like as though you are the only one because you have planned your mind that I'm not seeing anything. The only person I'm seeing here is me and myself doing my thing. And by the time you know, if nobody knows what's on your mind, you have delivered a beautiful presentation. That's how I do it. And it doesn't mean it will always go perfect. It's a journey. It's a journey. There are times where I went on stage and I flopped, but I did not stop. I did not stop. I still did it again and again, and I'm still doing it. Even till now, I am still building my confident level. I'm not where I was, and I'm still building to get to where I want to be. It's a journey. Don't stop trying. Yes.
Thank you
So,
so much, man.
so
Uh,
maybe one more
uh,
question, and I think I'm seeing
so for those,
hands raised. I don't know if those hands are for
yes,
questions.
we have two hands up.
Okay, quickly
Yeah,
because
Emmanuel, is it a question, please?
my battery is about to go. Quickly.
Emmanuel,
Yes,
Emmanuel, can you? Okay.
madam. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear you.
I want to ask a question about this stage fright and the fear of it. I want to be a motivational speaker at churches. And sometimes, when you get to the stage, even how to mount the way they mount the podium, you can't even clap. Looking at it totally put me off. Even when I was watching how you went for your award, just the stage you climb, some of us cannot go there. So if something like that happen, sometimes it kills my spirit and I'm become demotivated. How will I overcome that, madam?
Okay. The first way to overcome it is by looking at somebody you like, you admire, and keep watching them. Keep watching them. Keep watching them. I said something. Positivity is contagious. I didn't get here at a point. I was listening, and I still listen to people who I want to become like. Keep looking at people who you want to become like. If you spend more time watching movies, I think if you want to be a motivational speaker, spend more time watching people who you want to become like. Reduce your movie timing. and spending more time watching people who you would like to become, like who are doing things like the way you want it, and who may also have disabilities. You may go on YouTube channel. So as I earlier said, one of the best way to start, if you want to start, you need to draw energy. Energy is contagious. Energy is contagious. What you need is, it's not just about you doing, what you need is energy. And energy can be communicated from the person who has it more. So you can go on YouTube and watch this video, especially my parts, watch it 20 times. You start building your energy level, your confidence level, you start building your energy battery. You can watch it 50 times, you start building your confident battery. Because you need to get it from somewhere that already has it, a source that already has it, because you may not have it. So you can go on YouTube, anybody that has something that looks like what you want to become. The truth is that somebody else is already doing what you want to become. For example, someone like me, sometimes I can just take a day, and you know this man, Vizik, the man, the no hand, no leg. Sometimes I take a day and I just sit down listening to him for a full day. I'm just listening to his messages one after the other. How he moves his legs, his limbs without hands, without legs. I'm just looking at him, listening. Energy is contagious. So if you can do that, start from getting energy from people. The next thing you need to do, which I have outlined, is that when you get to the stage, the next thing you need to do is that you have to rehearse what you want to say. Rehearse how you want to do it. Rehearse how you will climb. Every little details, you have to rehearse it. Like in your mind. You can do it in a 10 minutes, a 5 minutes. I do mine 2-3 minutes because I'm used to it already. In your mind, this is how I'm going to move my hand. This is how I'm going to move my wheelchair. This is how I'm going to talk. This is how I'm going to smile. This is how I'm going to answer questions, even when the question is not nice. If they ask me, what happened to you? Why do you have a disability? This is how I'm going to respond. I'm going to add a smile to it and say, well, I have a disability because I was born this way. I've lived my life this way. This is how I'm going to respond. If a little child say, oh, your hand looks ugly. Why is your hand like this? I'm going to smile and say, don't worry, because I don't have an answer to this little child. No, don't worry. And I'll smile. You have to rehearse the worst and the best that can happen. After you have rehearsed it, when you get to the stage, imagine that you are the only one in the stage. Even if you are seeing faces, imagine there are no faces. It starts with the mind. Imagine there are no faces. I'm the only one here. And talk like you are the only one in that room. Talk like you're the only one in that room. Don't talk as though somebody is listening to me. Don't talk as though somebody is hearing me. Talk like you are the only one in that room. There's no other person in the room. And at the end, even if the outcome doesn't come well, have it in your mind that this confident thing, this stage, this is what I want to do. I will keep trying until I become good at it. So when you get another invitation, don't say no because of your past. I said something, forgive yourself. As people with disabilities, we will always make mistakes. We will always spill things. We will always annoy ourselves or annoying people. We will always not be perfect. Have an open heart to always forgive yourself. Even if you don't forgive people, learn to forgive yourself. Because you will always do something imperfect, because your disability may warrant you to be imperfect. And when it happens, forgive yourself and move forward. Forgive yourself and move forward. You may use your wheelchair to injure someone. Forgive yourself and move forward. Because if you don't move forward, then there is no life for anybody who does not see the future. If you only see the past, by the time you get to 50, you will always be in the past. Move forward. I forgive myself almost every day. Almost, because I always do something wrong almost every day. Some days ago, I made a mistake at work. I did something very wrong on the computer that may even hamper somebody's job. I typed something wrong and I had to forgive myself. I did not tell my boss that I did something wrong. Sorry about that, because I know it was, but even if I told my boss wouldn't have been able to do anything to help the situation because I've done it wrong. But I know that I made a mistake and I had to forgive myself. If I brought that mistake home and say, oh, you know what, I'm so imperfect, I will not be here with you today. I forgave myself, and next time I'll be more attentive to details and not do something wrong. And even if I do something wrong, I will still forgive myself and keep trying to become better. So I think I have outlined as much as I can outline for you. The first thing is you need energy. You need as much energy as you can get. And when your energy level is full, you will know. You will know because you will start talking to yourself by yourself. You start acting like, for example, this that have happened. Some of you have gained some level of energy. You want to be acting like Waire now. You may live here and you'll be talking to yourself. That's some level of energy you have contacted from me. Keep contacting energy. Keep listening to people who will give you energy. I said something. I don't have depressed friends. I don't have depressed friends. And if you are a depressed person, you can't be around me for a long time. I will move away from you by myself because I am careful about my heart level, about my confidence level. It's my life here. And you can't come and spoil my life for me. I will leave you before you even call Jack. I've left you. I won't call you again. And when you call, I will not pick because you are a very dull, depressed person. And I cannot get anything from you. And you cannot take the little joy I have because my disability is enough. You can't come and add to it. So you see, I can't stand depressed people. I need happy people around me. And that because I want to be a happy person. So I'm careful. I only take what I want. And I also give people what I know that they want. If people want happiness, why should I give them dullness? That's it. So get the energy you need. When your battery is full, your battery may be full after 6 months. Keep pumping your battery. Rehearse your day, the worst and the best that can happen. When you get to the stage, imagine you are the only one. And even if you fail, decide to try again. That's it. Thank you. Last question.
All right. Thank you, ma. Shoot. I don't know. We're almost out of time. Empress, can you quickly ask the question, please?
Okay. Any other person? Because we're already out of time. It's already 2 hours. I'm so sorry. My battery has even gone down on my phone. This is outside working time now. I'm so sorry, speaker. Okay, but if there's other person, it's fine. I'm done for today. I'm so sorry, sir. Please invite me again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
I think to be the very last question. I am so proud of you, right? I am so proud of you. I admire women who have any form of disability and they don't look down on themselves. You are the people who motivate us, trust me. Now, my question is, you mentioned sometimes failing and still moving on. There are times you go on stage, you have all the energy you think you've gathered already, but then you get on stage and you are so tense, like the battery just goes down and there's nothing you can do about it. That moment, what do you do? I know you might have found yourself in such a situation before. What do you do to save the situation of the day?
Okay. So what you do to save the situation of the day is okay. Firstly, confidence is not about stage alone. You should understand that. Confidence, you need confidence in the marketplace. You need confidence at work. You need confidence. It's not about being a speaker. If you don't have that zeal to be like a speaker, you don't need to be a speaker. But the thing is that you need confidence in every area of your life. At work, when you are crossing the road, when you are buying something in the market, you just need to be a person of confidence. So it's not like I am less confident in my house and when I come out I am more confident. This is who I am every time because I have built a 360-degree lifestyle of being a confident person. So if I even go on stage or I'm talking here, I'm acting like I would have acted without camera. So you are working on yourself with or without a camera looking at you. I don't know if you're getting me. So it's not a stage thing. it's a personal thing that you need to build. Don't build for the stage. Build for everyday life. And when the stage comes, fine. The stage does not come. Anywhere you are is a stage in your life. It's a pulpit, it's a stage, it's a congregation. Anywhere you are. Because as a person with disability, you will go out, you buy things, you go to the market, you go to the grocery shop, you go to supermarkets. You know, I've lived at the point I lived a life where I didn't want to come out of my house because I was thinking of what would people say, and I did not go out for days because I didn't want what people would say. But you are a human being, you have to go out, right? So you need to build your confidence anyhow. So I think the first thing, when that happened to me, I have been in a situation where I was not able to save myself on the stage. I messed up, and I messed up badly, and that's why I said forgive yourself. I've been in a situation where I messed up. I was not able to forgive. I was not able to save the day to become the Superman, Superwoman, and I have also been in a situation whereby I still decided to move on and still go back to that stage if given the opportunity and build myself, because I sat myself down and I told myself, this is what I want to do. For those who are into social media, YouTube and the rest, you could start from off stage. You don't need to go to the stage when you have not practiced off stage. You could start from YouTube. You could start from WhatsApp. You could start from Facebook. You can do an off stage live first. And you don't need do the one you can do on camera first and post it on social media. You don't need to be on the stage when you have not built, when you have some little level of inconsistency. Start from off stage first. And if you have built some level of off stage energy, then you can move to going to the stage. If you are somebody who wants to be on the stage. I am not on the stage. I can't remember the last time I'm on the stage. I'm always doing camera. For a very long time. I've never done in-person thing for a very long time. I've always been doing camera. That stage thing that happened was because I have always been doing camera, and so I could do it on the stage. And it was my day, and I wanted to enjoy my day and have good memories. So what I was doing on camera, I moved it to doing it off camera. That was what happened. So it's not like I planned to be on the stage. It happened that was my day, and what I do off camera, on camera like this, I had to reproduce it off camera. So you can start on camera, and when the opportunity comes, you will do well on camera, off camera, I mean, when the opportunity comes. So if you need to mess up, feel free to mess up. Don't be afraid not to mess up. I just said it, experiment. The best that can happen is that day will come and go. You may have bad memories, fine. Forgive yourself and try again. But for me, if you want to build confidence, you must dare. And daring doesn't mean that you will always get it right. It means that you will swallow your pride, swallow the shame, and keep moving, improving yourself, and trying again until you get it right. So just dare and keep daring until you get it right. So please, that's it. If you're afraid to fall on stage, or your heels break on stage, or something happen, you will never get to that destination you want. Don't be afraid. And even if it happens, swallow the pride, swallow the shame, and do it again anyway. That's the only way you can learn. Do it again. If you just have a willing heart to keep doing it. If you keep having the willing heart, you will get it right soon. Just a matter of time. Just there. That's all
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much.